So our topic this evening is the latest battle that has sparked off between centre and states. Up to 7 chief ministers, including UP's own ally Mamata Banerjee, had raised objections to the way the anti-terror body NCTC was being set up. Without any consultation, the states felt that some of the provisions of the NCTC, which comes into being from the 1st of March, like search and seizure, are draconian. They also feel it belies the federal nature of the country. The Prime Minister has now written to the Chief Ministers telling them the government won't interfere with centre's state power structure. But is that enough? In fact, leaders like Naveen Patnaik have also started talking about a third front rallying together against forces like the UPA and the NDA. Is it just a bogey, or is there more to it this time round? Well, let's get to our guests. We have Jay Panda of the BJD joining us, and also D. Raja of the CPI. We also hope to have Devesh Thakur of the JDU joining us in just a bit, and from Mumbai, senior journalist Siddharth Bhartiya. Jay Panda, if I can start with you. First of all, a reaction to the Prime Minister writing letters to all the chief ministers. Is it too little, too late?
Well, anytime the Prime Minister writes a letter, it will be taken seriously, and we will of course examine his response carefully before just shooting off any other response from our side. But I do wish that he had responded earlier. As you know, it's been about 8 days since Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik first raised the issue, and yesterday he felt compelled to write a second letter because there was no response coming. The fact is that as the Home Minister himself has been quoted saying, fighting terror is something that has to be done jointly between the centre and the states, and in many areas it is being done so. For example, in fighting the Naxal terror in Odisha, there is a great deal of coordination with the central government. But the way that India is governed has evolved, and certain federal aspects of its constitution are today coming to the fore. So taking such an important step without consulting the state governments, as you can clearly see across the country, is being considered not acceptable anymore.
Okay, so, you know, is this what actually sparked off the Chief Minister's comments about, again, talking about a third front, something as an alternative to the UPA, to the Congress and the BJP? Is this, you know, is this an excuse, or is this really the time for a third front has come? What do you think?
Well, that's a totally separate and a political issue. I don't think we should connect the two issues together. Now, if you look at the BJD's own stand for 3 years now, since the last election in 2009, the BJD has taken an independent stand. It is neither allied with the BJP nor with the Congress at the centre. The BJD and Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik have stood up repeatedly on variety of issues, on states' rights and on the federal aspects that need to be protected. Now, whether this has common cause with other parties or not is something that could be separately looked at.
Okay, I think we have Devesh Thakur now joining us from Patna, a leader of the JDU. First of all, Mr. Thakur, a reaction to the Prime Minister now writing to all the Chief Ministers, including the Chief Minister of Bihar, explaining their stand. And also, do you think, what do you have to react to, you know, people like Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik also using this opportunity to talk about a potential third front yet again?
As far as the third front is concerned,
yes,
we are nowhere in the picture. We are part of the NDA, and we are now nowhere in the picture. We are not concerned. We are not affected. We are not bothered. We are not thinking anything at all about as far as the third front is concerned, because as far as we can see, the UPA is going down by the minute, if I can say so, if you allow me to say so. And as far as we are concerned, I think NDA is gaining by the hour. And if you see the municipal elections of Maharashtra and the Zilla Parishad elections of Maharashtra,
yes,
I would say this is the beginning of the end as far as the UPA is concerned. So there is no question of any third front as far as we are concerned. we are very sure
But
that
why?
we are going to...
No, but why, we've seen Mr. Naveen Patnaik. We know that he's been on the phone lines. He's been working the phones with not just Mamata Banerjee, but also with Mr. Nitish Kumar. So isn't that part of that front that is being talked about?
Not at all. No. I'm sorry. If respected Naveen Patnaik has said anything about the third front, that might be his view. As far as our leader, respected Nitish Kumar, is concerned, we are part of the NDA. We have been part of the NDA. We are going to be part of the NDA. So as far as we are concerned, we are not at all bothered or concerned about it.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.